Hi everyone, my name is Kevin. Today I want to show you how you can get set up with OBS to record your computer screen. OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software. Now, Open Broadcaster Software is perhaps the most powerful and one of the best screen recorders that you can get. And best of all, it's open source and entirely for free. You don't have to worry about malware. You don't have to worry about ads. This is by far one of the most powerful screen recorders and one that I use all the time to record my computer screen on my channel. All right, well, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you step by step how you get it, how you get set up, how you start using it, and hopefully this helps you get started using OBS to record your computer screen. All right, well, let's jump on the PC and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, here I am on my PC, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to obsproject.com. That's where we're going to get OBS. And now the great thing is, whether you're using Mac, Linux, Windows, regardless of what platform you happen to be on, OBS will work on that platform. So I happen to be on a Windows PC, so I would just go ahead and click on Windows. And what that'll do is it'll kick off a download of an exe for OBS Studio. Once it successfully downloads, click on that file and that'll kick off the installation process. And then once you do that, you will have OBS on your computer. Now, I've already gone ahead and I've installed OBS, so you don't have to sit through the whole install process. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up OBS. On your taskbar, you'll see an icon like this. This is the OBS icon. So let's go ahead and click on that and open up OBS. Now, I've set my OBS so it looks just like it would if you were launching it for the very first time. Now, in OBS, it might look a little complicated because there are a lot of different controls here, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through step by step how you use them and how this tool works. Now down here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you have a scene set up. So I've added a scene in here that's just called scene. And a scene is composed of multiple sources. And so a source would be your background, maybe a webcam or anything else that you want to add in. So what we're going to do is we want to get my computer screen. So I'm going to go ahead and click on add. And to get my desktop of my computer or any of the applications I'm running, I want to click on this thing that says display capture. Let's go ahead and click on that. I'm just going to leave the standard name display capture and then click on OK. And it's going to use my computer monitor, which is an ultra wide monitor, and just I'll have it do the full resolution. And I'll click on OK. Now right now the screen is black. I'll show you how to get around this issue. This typically happens if you have two graphics cards on your computer, if you have both an integrated and a high performance graphics card. I'll show you how to get around that in just a moment. What you can also do is not only can you bring your background in, you could also add other sources. So if I click on that, you could put an image in there, you could do a slideshow, or I could even do a video capture device. Let me go ahead and click on that. A video capture device, it's a fancy way of saying webcam. So I'm going to click on this and there's my webcam. I could even, let's see, I could even adjust the settings. Okay, so there's my webcam, and what I could do then is I could drag my webcam image across the screen. In this case, I'm just going to put it in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, I mentioned I would help you get around this black screen issue if you're encountering this. Many people do. To get around that, what you do is go to Windows and type in graphics settings. Here, that's the best match that pops up. Within graphics settings, what we want to do is you need to choose an app to set a preference. You either have desktop app or Microsoft Store app. OBS is a desktop app or a classic app, so let's go ahead and click on that. Within here, that'll bring up a file prompt. We need to navigate to where OBS is on my system. So I'm in the C drive, program files, and then we want to search for OBS. So OBS-Studio. And then within here, we're going to click on bin 64-bit and then OBS 64. And then we're going to click on add and click within options. Right now, by default, it's set to let Windows decide. But what I want to do is I'm going to set this to power savings because I'm going to record my desktop. If you're recording a game or something else that uses very fancy graphics and lots of kind of 3D visualization, choose high performance. But in this case, I'm just recording my desktop, and I'll go ahead and save. And now what I could do is if I close OBS and open it up again, you'll see that OBS now shows the desktop of my computer. So there it's going. Now the desktop is showing up properly. There's my webcam image in the bottom right-hand corner. Now what you could also do, these are the two sources that I've selected. You could also see your audio here. So you have your system audio on this top bar. I could set, what the volume should be on that. For my microphone volume, I could also set the volume on that. And even for my webcam audio, I could set that. So this is an audio mixer. I could set the levels on all of that. Now what I want to do is if I'm going to be recording using OBS, I want to make sure I'm recording using the settings I like. The easiest way to set the recording settings is click on the tools menu up on top, and there's something called the auto configuration wizard. This is by far the easiest way to make sure you have good recording settings. And it depends on whether you want to stream or whether you want to record. In this case, I just want to record, but depending on which one you choose, there are different optimal settings depending on which one you want to go with. I'm going to click on recording. I'm going to do the full resolution of my screen, and I'm just going to go with either 60 or 30 frames per second, but 60 when possible, so that way it'll look a little smoother, and it'll just automatically set the best settings. Now, if you're interested in tweaking the settings to be optimal depending on kind of what you're doing, I also have a video on how to choose the best settings manually. You could go ahead and watch that, but that's out of scope for this intro or beginner tutorial of using OBS. Now, what I want to do next is let's go ahead and start recording. So here I could click on, I'm going to go ahead and just click on start recording right here. And now it's recording. One of the nice things that I could do is I could click this pause button, and that'll pause the recording. And then I could click on it again to have it start recording again. So a nice way to either pause and then resume a recording. Now, since I'm recording my screen, I'm going to give just a quick tutorial. So some of you might know I work at Microsoft. I work on an app called the Office app. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Just as an example for some content for my recording here. But within the Office app, this comes pre-installed with Windows 10. Within the Office app, you get Word, Excel, PowerPoint. You could use all these apps for free. It's kind of a little known thing about the Office app. I could create a new document. I could jump into an existing document, all from within the Office app. Okay, so that was just a quick little plug for what I do at work. And I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to stop my recording. So my recording has stopped. The way to get back to my recording is I could click on the file menu and go to show recordings. And within here then I'll see this is my latest recording. I could go ahead and double click on that, and that now here you'll see my recording. And so I'll go ahead, and here you can see me giving a quick little demo of the Office app, and that's my recording. This by default OBS will create the file, and it'll be an FLV file type. And if you're going to bring that into, say, a video editing program, or if you want to upload that to YouTube, by default, YouTube won't be able to take in an FLV file. So what we need to do is we probably want to convert it into an, let's say, an MP4. What you could do is click on the file menu, go to Remux Recordings, and within here, what we want to do is go to OBS Recording. I'm going to select the file that I just recorded here. And then it's going to convert it into that same location. So let's go ahead and remux, and it already finished. And so now if I go back to that location, you'll see there's an MP4 file. I'll go ahead and click on that and play it. And this is that same recording now as an MP4 file. Now the reason OBS records it as an FLV file by default is because if OBS crashes or fails in the middle, an FLV file will keep everything that you recorded up to the point that it failed. With an MP4, if you were just to record directly as MP4 and let's say OBS failed for whatever reason, you would lose the entire file. So I would recommend just stick with the default of FLV and then remux it. It's pretty simple, it doesn't take long, but it gives you a little bit of extra insurance to make sure that your recording is preserved as you go through it. Especially if it's a longer recording, you don't want to lose all that content that you've created. One more thing that I want to show you that I hear quite often from people: what if I only want to record a portion of my screen? Well, you can do that with OBS. Like I said, OBS is very, very powerful. What I'm going to do on display capture, let's right click on that and then go to an option called filters. And within filters, we're going to click on this plus button. You have all different types of filters that you could apply. You could adjust the color, you could do the color correction, you could do different scaling. But what I care about is I want to go to crop/pad. And go ahead and click on OK. And let's say I have my notes on the side of my screen here. Let's say I don't want to show that. So I'm going to go over and cut off, let's say, maybe 1,000 pixels or so on the right hand side of the screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this. And now you'll see that my OBS recording is only using this portion of the screen. So I could basically narrow down to just a specific area of the screen that I want to record with OBS. Like I said, OBS is super powerful, lots of things that you could do with it. This is just a quick overview of what you can do. All right, well, that's just a quick look at OBS. I showed you some of the key functionality that you could do in OBS, some things like cropping your image. You can do lots and lots of things with OBS. It's a very powerful screen recorder, and best of all, it's entirely for free. You don't even have to pay to use it, which I like the most. Powerful and free, sign me up. Anyway, if this video helped you learn how to screen record using OBS, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification anytime new content like this comes out. And lastly, if you have any other video topics that you want to see me cover in the future, leave a comment down below and I'll add it to my list of videos to create. Well, hey, that's all I had for you today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.